What's going on, guys? This is Dr. Glitch, and today we're going to talk about 3 common mistakes that actually kill your PS5 DualSense controller way before its intended lifespan. Most people I know have made these mistakes at some point without even realizing them. If you're an average user, you should be expecting to get around 2 to 3 years out of your controller without any major issues like stick drift, weak haptics, or battery problems. However, most users actually report seeing stick drift in just a few months. And for those of you that don't know what stick drift is, it's basically when your analog stick loses precision. You try to move your character one way, but it moves in another direction or drifts on its own. Once that happens, it's permanent damage to the controller, and it usually becomes almost unplayable from that point on. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into 3 common mistakes PS5 users make that literally destroy your DualSense controller long before it's supposed to, and how to avoid them. So the first one is keeping your haptic feedback and trigger effect intensity set to strong while playing games like Fortnite, Warzone, Apex, or anything that's too movement intensive. Most people don't realize that this is slowly damaging a controller from the inside. Every time the haptics go off, those tiny vibrations travel through the controller shell and reach the analog stick modules. Inside those sticks are small components called potentiometers and wipers that track your movements. Over time, those constant micro vibrations loosen them up and start wearing them down, and that's one of the main reasons why you end up with stick drift way earlier than you should. The adaptive triggers do the same thing. When you keep them on strong, they create extra heat and stress on the nearby parts. Over time, the heat and vibration combo kills precision inside the joystick sensors. The fix is simple: head over to settings, accessories, controller, and turn both vibration intensity and trigger effect intensity down to weak, or just turn them off completely. They're both set to strong by default, which feels cool, but it's horrible for your controller's lifespan. Even dropping it one level will make a significant difference in how long your controller lasts. Next mistake is charging your controller the wrong way. This one kills the battery slowly but surely. Most people plug their DualSense controller in their phone's fast charger thinking it's fine because it's the same USB-C cable, but it's actually not. Sony literally says in their manual that you should only use a charger that supports 5 volts and 1.5 amps. Most phone chargers these days easily push 9 volts or 12 volts for fast charging. And when you do that, your DualSense controller has to throttle all that extra power down, and that process generates heat. And heat is the #1 thing that kills lithium batteries. It breaks down the electrolyte inside the cell, and once that happens, your controller starts holding less charge and charging less consistently. And if you keep doing this, eventually it will just stop charging altogether. If you want to play it safe, use a 5 volt 1.5 amp charger, or even better, just plug it straight into your PS5. The console gives it the perfect steady power it needs. Another tip is to stop leaving it plugged in overnight every time. Once it's full, unplug it, as constant trickle charging burns through the battery cycles faster than you'd think. Third mistake is cleaning your controller the wrong way. This one looks harmless, but people ruin their controllers all the time just trying to clean it. Now, there's nothing wrong with using alcohol to clean it. That's actually the right move, but you do need to use it properly. If it has over 70% concentration, it evaporates too quickly and can damage the finish on the plastic. And spraying it directly on the controller is a massive mistake. The liquid can seep through the button gaps, get under the touchpad or triggers, and short something inside. Also, never use disinfectant wipes that have bleach or ammonia. They'll fade the color and eat away at the shell over time. If you want to know the right way to do it, turn the controller off and unplug it. Use a microfiber cloth and dampen it slightly with a less concentrated alcohol solution. Wipe down the shell, the buttons, and the touchpad gently. If you find that there's any sticky spot, spray the cloth and not the controller. You can also use a cotton swab or a soft brush around the thumbsticks and triggers to get the dust out. Then give the analog gaps a few short bursts of compressed air. That's enough to keep it clean and prevent most drift problems caused by dirt. I also made a video that walks you through how to deep clean your DualSense controller and reduce drift if you already have it, so make sure to check that out after this one. So yeah, those are 3 mistakes that completely kill your PS5 controller or massively shorten its lifespan. Fix these and your controller should easily last you a few solid years without stick drift or charging problems. If you found this helpful, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.